Hey guys, what's going on? My name is Proto and today I'm going to be going over my 1000 subscriber special. If I could thank everyone personally and individually I would, but I really appreciate all the support. You guys have made this an awesome first step of what will hopefully be an epic journey, and I want to bring you guys with me every step of the way. So let's get straight into it, starting with the giveaway winners. Just so you know, these names were randomly selected using a number generator, and if you didn't win, don't worry because there's a lot more than just the giveaway. Anyway, congratulations to Mrjekyllburger Gaming, you've won yourself the SMITE Ultimate God Pack. Joink100 and you've now got the Final Fantasy XIV for PC key. And lastly, WallaKowalla and you've won the Magix Fastcut key. So congrats to those three and I'll be contacting you through your YouTube inbox in the next few days, so make sure you pay close attention to that. Do enjoy the goodies guys, and now we'll move on to the shoutout aspect. Now shoutouts were selected, but I found that some people who entered either had really badly balanced audio, making them difficult to hear, and some haven't even uploaded videos. Overall it was really successful though, and whilst I can only choose 3, it was a tough decision and did take me a long time to decide. Don't think by any means though that just because you didn't get a shout you're bad. A lot of entries were really good, like seriously, and a lot of others could be improved with a bit of practice. I mean, look at my earlier videos and you'll see that they're far from perfect, but what I did do though is stick with it. So without further ado, let's get into the shoutout. So firstly we've got Game2Rage, who posts all kinds of funny moments, mostly on GTA, and also has a weekly shoutout series going on. If you didn't get a shoutout, it's well worth checking him out, and he's got awesome content and also stays active on Twitter. His graphics are professional and eye-catching, so huge props on that, and yeah, generally just one of the best channels so far. For the next person we've got SkateMate68, now he's pretty much posts a lot of funny montages, and is well worth checking out too. He's got really nice editing skills as well, and if you're a fan of montages and compilations, then you'll love his content. As for tips, I would look at spending a little more time on the thumbnails. They're not bad, but they're nowhere near as good as the video quality, so just make them clear, eye-catching and to the point. And now we have Crazed Stylez. He posts gaming commentaries and funny moments and stays active on Twitter. Now at the moment he has only less than 200 subs, but check him out if you're interested in that sort of content, and let's help him grow. Now I know only a minute ago I only said I was going to do 3, but here's an honourable mention. So here we have Natrix Gaming, and whilst he only has 2 videos at this moment, it is within the first week. From what I can tell, he posts gaming and editing content, and I'm sure that when he starts releasing more videos, they'll just get better and better. I also actually enjoyed watching his Battlefront gameplay, and think that he's somewhat of a natural when it comes to commentaries. For a guy who's starting out, this is a great start. As for tips, definitely start making more videos. I know it's been a week, but you're doing really well. Either that, or just make sure you've established what you want your channel to be about. Also, social media is key. It makes it really easy to collab with others and interact with your fans. Don't use these for follower trains, same with YouTube, and just build your channel the best way you can. Well done, and I hope the shout really helps. Now let's get onto the Q&A, starting with Magix, who asks, what is your favourite game to play right now, and what games are you most excited for? So I've actually been thinking about this for a bit, and I have to give it to Battlefield. And as for the games or games that I'm most excited for, it will have to be Black Ops 3, Rainbow Six Siege, and depending on whether they add more stuff or fulfill the nostalgia, Star Wars Battlefront. Now Mr. Joe Gaming asks, can you do more videos with subscribers? And the answer is yeah, definitely. I just don't know how I'm actually going to set it up and make it fun to watch. It'll probably be an open lobby, but you'll just have to wait and see, I guess. But I will get around to doing it eventually. Now Zap Plays asks, can you do more Vegas tutorials? And yeah, definitely. I mean, I'm going to be doing more tutorials anyway, but Vegas is definitely on that list. With Black Ops 3 around the corner, you should see a lot of content around that, but as soon as things calm down again, I'll definitely get around to doing that. Now Benetarius, sorry if I pronounced the name wrong, and Galaxy Melts asks, how did you come up with your YouTube name? And the answer to that was with extreme difficulty. At the time of making this channel, it always seemed like the name you want is taken, and when you realise that is, you have to brainstorm again. So the simplest way for me to say it is that Proto was always like the go-to name I wanted to go with. I mean, Prototherian stands for original, which in itself is quite difficult when you're doing editing and gaming, which is extremely saturated anyway. But I gave it a shot. As for AMP, it was mostly added as a suffix to Proto, but I guess it could mean anything else. Now Galaxy Melts asks, how did you come up with your logo? This was something for me that started with a quite badly made one but just got better and better. If you look at well-established YouTubers, what do they all have in common? A brand and a unique logo. You could stamp those anywhere and people would know what it means, much like Sony, Apple and Microsoft. So I wanted to create something unique, but also something that I'd be proud of putting on and I'd stick with. So I came up with this. As usual, these things involve a lot of thinking ahead and time, but it was well worth it. He also asks, what got you into PC building? For this, I have to say that having to upgrade to a new gaming platform, and my hobbies like YouTube, graphics, etc. As you guys know, I used to be on the 360 and have sort of an average computer, which I used to record the footage from my 360, edit and the rest. But as soon as the next gen consoles came out, I didn't really like them that much, mostly down to the fact that for the price, yeah, you could play games well, but going off to uni soon didn't seem like there'd be any point in spending more on a console. then upgrading the PC as well so I can just keep introducing more videos, etc. So I've done a ton of research because I really did find it interesting and eventually decided that this was what I was going to do. It did take a long time though. I mean, I kept changing my mind and had about 12 PC builds, all and updated one of the other, which have minor alterations. PC building was always an interest of mine. Now Joe Inc 100 asks, what did you start making YouTube videos with, e.g. programs, etc. So I basically started by looking into YouTube and deciding whether the whole thing was for me, because at the time I was mostly a viewer and not really a content creator. If I did want to get into it, it isn't exactly the cheapest hobby. I started with an Elgato to record my gameplay and a Blue Snowball, and I tried using free softwares at the time, but there was only really Windows Movie Maker, which I really don't recommend, and the Elgato's built-in software, if you had that. So I started learning more about Vegas and Premiere and settled on Vegas since it allowed me to do things much faster. As for the recording program for my audio, I've always used Audacity, learned how to use it at school and it was pretty easy for me. But yeah, if you're starting out, you don't have to spend a lot for it. Just use your phone as a mic, screen recorder trial for PC and editing softwares to see if you actually want to go and get involved. He also asks about the specs of my last computer and my history with it. So I started with a pre-built one about 2.5 years ago, back when I had no idea about PC parts or the building process. I had some Advent model, but I had an Ivy Bridge, Intel i5-3330 processor, 8GB of RAM, a 2TB hard drive, and for the graphics card, a HD 6670. I didn't actually use it for gaming, but rather video editing, and in fact a lot of the videos you see prior to my choosing a video card video were made on that rig. Though I had been planning to upgrade for a long time. Now Wesley Desjardins, sorry again if I pronounce the name wrong, asks how old are you? And the answer to that is 17, whereas The Dutch Crafter asks, will you ever upload gaming videos like COD or Battlefield with live commentary? At the moment I don't think so. I mean, it could be something for the future, but I really suck at doing these sort of things on the spot. If I was to, I'd have to get more people to play with and probably be the highlights and montage, just so that it doesn't get boring. I mean, I might do it though, but I just don't want to cut it out completely. And lastly, we've got WallaKowalla who asks, will you ever have gameplay footage of Just Cause 3 when it comes out? And I probably won't, purely based on the fact that I've heard of it obviously, but I'm not too familiar with the Just Cause franchise. He also asks, do you like Origin? I mean, personally, I think it's alright. I mean, in terms of buying games on there, it's way overpriced, like seriously. But as a games distributor and a platform like Steam, yeah, it's not bad. Plus, if you're on EA games like Battlefront or Battlefield, you'll have to use it anyway. So anyway guys, this has been my 1000 sub celebration video. Thanks so much for supporting me, and if you did like this video, do give it a like, and if you didn't, well, you guys know what to do. Do tell me if you have any ideas for future videos and want to see them featured. This has been Proto, adios!